Okay, laughing. So today, our learning objective is I can solve both multiplication and division problems using numbers 1 through 10 by using groups and groups of objects. So if you remember from last week, we did repeated addition and we started talking about groups, even groups of dots. You guys remember that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, cool. So here I have a group of dots and I'm going to divide them up into groups of objects. So, can somebody tell me how many groups of objects I have? 2. And how many objects are in each group?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
Very good. Okay, so we have, just to reiterate, we have 2 groups of 6 dots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and how many dots do we have altogether?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Very good problem solving skills. Okay, so I'm going to draw a big circle around the groups of dots. And in this circle, we have 12 dots. And of the 12 dots, we have 2 groups of 6 dots. Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so as you see here, we have 2 circles, and they also contain 12 dots. I hope there are 12 dots. So I divided up the 12 dots into 2 groups, like this. So what I'm going to have you guys do is come up, and you can take a minute to think about it, but we are going to divide up the dots into even groups of dots, like we did last week and like we just did together as a class. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can choose a color, any color, and come up and divide. Which one have there? Oh my. Well, everybody makes mistakes.
Are we putting our dots in that circle?
Nope, we're not even going to touch that circle right now.
We're just gonna.
We just are going to divide up your groups, your group. Very good. Okay, you guys can return to your seats. So let's talk about what we did here. We'll start with the beginning. So how many groups of dots did you make? 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. That's right. And how many dots are in each group? 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means we have 3 groups of 4 dots, right? So we had a big group of 12, and you divided them into 3 groups of 4 dots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about Cassidy's. So you did something somewhat similar to mine, right? And you have how many groups of dots?
6.
6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's absolutely right. And you have 2 dots in each group. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so we all started with 12 dots to begin with, and we all divided them into different groups of dots.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to work on making an equation that represents our groups and groups of dots.
Okay.
Okay, so what number should we start with, do you think?
12.
Why do you think that?
Because that's what we all have in common.
All right, okay. So we're going to start with 12 dots. This is a grabby marker. 12 dots. Okay. So what do you think we should do next? Oh, by the way, class, this is a division symbol. And this, what we learned last week, is a multiplication symbol. Yes. Okay. So what do you think should go next?
The division sign.
Okay. And why do you think that is?
Well, you said that we're going to be dividing numbers in our learning objective, and then put the sign up there.
And 12 is the bigger number. That's the whole.
Oh, very good observation, Mackenzie. Okay, so what do you think should go first? Should we put the number that represents the groups of dots or the number that represents the number of objects in each group? Something we talked about last week.
Probably the whole.
Let's do the number of dots in the group, in each group.
Okay.
So let's do 2.
Okay, 2. All right. And then we have the nice equal sign, right? And what number do you think will go there?
Well, you count up all the circles and you get 6.
All right. So that means that our equation is the whole divided by the number of objects in each group equals the number of groups that we have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we could make an equation in a different way?
Yes.
Yes. How do you think that can happen?
Well, you could divide the whole by the number of groups.
Okay, how about we do that for Mackenzie? So, again, we have a whole of 12 dots, right? And we're dividing by creating groups inside of the whole we are dividing. So, and what did you say was going to be the next number?
Well, you could divide by the number of groups.
Okay, and how many groups are there?
3.
Okay. So there are 3 groups. And what do you think this number is going to be?
4, because there's 4 dots in each group.
All right, very good. Okay, so we're going to do one more together as a class, but we're going to have a lot more dots this time, okay? Maybe not. Will you count with me? How many do we have?
6,
Okay, 6.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Now we're going to stop there. Okay, so can we make groups together? How many groups can we make, you think? How many groups do you want to make?
2.
2 groups. Okay, so how would we do that?
Well,
There's a house right there, a 5. 1, go up. No, go to the right. Go to the right. 1, that one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure, that's not a house, but all right. Circle that one.
Okay, so we want 5.
Yeah.
That's 5, right?
Yep.
Okay, and this is, we're gonna circle the other 5, right? That's not a house, that's definitely not a house, you're right.
2 potatoes.
It's 2 potatoes, they do look like potatoes, very good. Okay, so what is the whole big group?
10.
Big circle, 10, okay. And how do we wanna divide? 2 groups.
2 groups.
Okay. And how many?
5.
All right, and how about the opposite of this? What's the other equation we can make?
5
10.
times 2 equals 10.
Oh my gosh, you're an advanced 3rd grader. Well, how about we start with the whole group again?
10
Divided
Very
by
good.
5.
Divided by 5 equals 2. Okay, guys. So, this is just a...
That's called the commutative problem.
Oh, wow. You're so good. Okay, so our learning objective today was I can solve both multiplication and division problems using numbers 1 through 10 by using groups and groups of objects. What part of this did we learn today, do you think?
We need groups and groups of objects.
That's true. Do we think,
We did 1 through 12 though. We did numbers 1 through 12.
That's true. Oh my gosh. Okay, but what do you think about division or multiplication?
We learned division.
All right, so next time or later on, we'll work more on multiplication. Sound good? Okay, cool.